I'm very curious, Anis, to know how did you what drove you to actually take this role up? I see your background has been graduation in science, and then you also have a law degree in human rights. And so tell us about how did you reach where you have reached?
So I am one of those lucky people, professor, because my passion is my purpose. So I have the job of the work that I love to do, right? So I'm very grateful and very blessed to be in such a place. When I look back in terms of what drove me to take up this role, it's about how I have grown up. During my growing up years, I used to be one of those big, big cheerleaders of unity and diversity. I truly believed in it because I saw it around me. Growing up in India, when it comes to language, culture, food, regions, I mean, we had everything, and I used to just be thrilled about every festival and thrilled about every celebration we had on diversity. Having said that, I also had the experience of what it means to feel marginalized, what it means to feel not included and not belong. And we could do something different to make everybody feel included. And that gave me a lot of purpose to challenge where we can't include. Why should we not include someone, right? So this is a little bit in terms of my growing up years. In my professional life, it is interesting that you mentioned my science degree because when I was in college, I fell in love, and my husband, who I fell in love at that time, was in marketing and sales. And I didn't understand anything that he shared. And because I was so madly in love with him, I promised myself that I will teach to learn what he is doing, to be a true partner, right? And so I did try to do my master's in business management, and I got a good amount of interest in human resources, though I would at some point in my life want to get into sales and marketing, but human resources was something that I really enjoyed because I realized that I love working with people. And I also like to look at what drives people to be engaged. And this kind of got me into a work life of human resources. As I moved in my professional life, I realized that even though the subject of diversity and inclusion might be an afterthought, it is in fact an integral part of employee engagement. And the very core of rights of people and at workplace and at the larger in the society. Now, this awareness helped me to go deeper. So if you also look at the various things I've done in different companies, I have gone deeper into gender, into persons with disability, into being part of the employee resource group of the CURE community. Because when I look at the LGBTQ community and how they could be discriminated, those times I went to really understand. So as I went on this journey, I realized at the bottom of it all, at the foundation of it all, there is a lack, or there is a miss when it comes to human rights in everything that we do. And that interest got me into getting into, reading about it and said that, okay, I want to know more. What is human rights? What are the legalities involved? And how can we really use it to surface it up in such a way that people understand that you're not doing a favor to anybody, but it is a basic human right of inclusion that you as a company, as a leader, as a manager are doing when you're including everybody, right? So that was the reason I did my, law in human rights. It has been an eye-opener. It helps me to have the conversation at a completely different level, right? Because when you talk about it is as much a right as you, would like to have in terms of the right to education, right to employment, right to dignity and respect as much as the other people, then the commonalities and the respect comes through a lot more visibly and strongly.